welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This episode, we have plenty to talk about. All of the parts of the show are back, except for Question of the Week, just because there's a lot to talk about, and we had a lot of pre-show stuff to do. So, Checked Out, of course, is back. Science and Tech, Stupid Tech, lightning round of movie and TV news, what the fuck, and of course trailers. So to start right off, there is a review there. By the time you're listening to this, there will be a review of Us that is up, and probably sometime this weekend there'll be a review for Love, Death, and Robots. So check those both out. Michael, you want to talk a little bit about that because Terrence and I did both of those reviews and you weren't here.
Yeah, Love, Death, and Robots is really good. I really enjoyed it. For the most, I think I enjoyed all but maybe 3 of them. I didn't really care for the dump. The last
the dump wasn't.
The dump wasn't that great.
I don't even remember that one.
Exactly, the old man, and the trash monster.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know.
And there were 2 more. The last one with the Russian people. I mean, it looked pretty, but it's a bunch of Russians. I don't really give a shit. And there was one more. Oh, and the 2 salesmen out in the desert. Again, it looked pretty, but I didn't really care for that.
That was okay.
Like fish. I can't remember.
But the rest of them were stellar.
Did you like that? We were talking about one of our favorite ones was the farmers defending, but basically the StarCraft one.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah. I enjoyed that. My favorites were Beyond the Aquila Rift.
Yeah, that was another one that I liked.
And Helping Hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Those were my favorites, man. Yeah. Those were my favorites with the one with Poussey, in like a strong third. Yeah,
that one was good.
But yeah, I was very impressed. Look, I understand that there's a little bit of backlash, because of how women are treated and how women are portrayed in it.
Not in Sunny's Edge.
Not in Sunny's Edge. Well, yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay, that's right.
And a lot of people have problems with the witness.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because she's running around naked.
No, I have a problem with that.
About the witness, what the fuck kind of animation was that?
Yeah, we were trying to figure this out. What do you think it was?
Was it live action superimposed? Was it live action with like animation superimposed, like a mixture of the two? Because it was wild.
I think it was pure animation. The witness.
It couldn't have been.
No way. Really?
So.
Was any mocap at all?
I thought it was pure animation.
Dude, I thought it was some sort of mocap with like almost like kind of that weird frenetic Into the Spider-Verse animation on top of it in parts.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel most of that is.
That was incredible. Like I was really impressed by that.
Yeah.
But I was fucked up after. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Like with the cloth physics and all that from when she's running around in her robe and all that, but I thought that was all animation. But look, don't get me lying. I don't know.
We're asking.
I have no clue.
We literally don't know.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
We're not saying you're wrong. It's just I don't have a clue.
I really hope that this continues, but it had to have been a tremendous undertaking to do.
Well, it's all different studios, so that would spread the work out.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool. I mean, you could bring some of those studios back, but you could do other ones. Like you could make an all call to some other studios and try some other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was not easy. I mean, we were talking about like Sunny's Edge looked really expensive.
Yeah.
Like super, super expensive versus like 3 robots that didn't look nearly as expensive, but the writing on that one was really good. It was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally dug it. I thought it was a fun, different thing for Netflix.
Yeah.
Which
I
really
really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it.
All right. I mean, largely that was our review as
Yeah.
well. It's a little harder to do, obviously. So, and then there's also going to be a review that's up for Us. Terrence and I saw that, so look forward to that by the time that you're listening to this.
I'm 100% in agreement with Terrence regarding Captain Marvel.
Okay.
I wanted to love it, and I didn't love it. I just liked it.
Okay.
And how many writers were on Captain Marvel? Because it felt like there was a different writer for... I
think there's 2.
What each act?
Was it 2?
Well, 2, no, I'm sorry. It's 2 directors. Yeah,
it felt like it was like 4 or 5 writers because it felt like one person wrote Maria and Carol's dialogue. It felt like one person wrote Carol and Nick Fury's dialogue. It felt like one person wrote Jan Rog and Carol's dialogue. It felt like one person wrote all the military shit, and it felt like one person wrote all the ancillary shit. And it felt like they didn't come together.
5.
To have a meet.
5 writers.
There you go.
That's why I said I felt like I didn't know what it wanted.
Okay, let me rephrase that. 5 writers for the story, 3 writers for the screenplay. So
okay, so the screenplay is basically dialogue, and the story.
So it's just 3,
5 writers.
But that's the directors, and one other person.
It felt like different people were tasked to write certain things, and then they all just kind of came together at the end. Like everything wrong with that movie is from a story standpoint, but performances and acting and stuff like that, that's fine. But the story, I've heard this said, it's a Phase 1 movie in a Phase 3 world, and
that's a good one.
That's 100% like the biggest disservice that Marvel did was release this as the 21st movie in a 22 movie saga.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point.
I guarantee you, if you would have watched this movie, if you would have watched all these movies in chronological order, timeline order.
Oh, it's a total different story.
Yeah, it's a totally different story.
Yeah. If this had come out,
if this had came out at Guardians 2,
no, I'd put it. If it came out around Guardians, I would even say Guardians 1. Then I think it gets a different look.
Or they could have if they introduced, instead of the Nova Corps, it was the Kree that were introduced in the Guardians.
Yeah.
And you meet Captain Marvel there. Then I think that
backfill her there and then give her a solo.
Yeah, you could backdoor her there, and then
that's not the word you want to use.
I'm telling you, it's what, backfill? No, it's called a backdoor pilot, not a backfill pilot.
Yeah, backdooring somebody is not. That's not.
Look, I don't have a problem backdooring Carol Danvers.
Yeah, I'm sure
okay,
I don't. I support it.
You want to backdoor Carol all you want. Just film it. Let me see it.
Put it on porno. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you do. Because people don't know how to take a joke.
No. What did we just talk about? Who you bring, who you don't bring.
Right, yeah.
I'm come and fuck you up. But no, I would largely agree with that point.
Yeah.
So before we continue, I'm looking up to see if the animation for The Witness was all animation. Apparently it was.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But that's what I was saying to you is like when they're walking, that didn't look like mocap. It didn't look like a human walking. It looked odd. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know if that was just for dramatic effect or what.
Yeah. That's some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, they killed it.
Legitimately.
Was it because of like the inertia in their movements and like when they're whipping around corners, like you could feel that they had weight to them.
Yeah, like it didn't feel light. That's exactly right. But I think it's also just the way it was shot was just really frenetic and just, I don't know. It felt more like a really experimental indie film than an animation to me. And I don't know. I just really appreciated that. I'd like to see more from that studio.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those studios, I'm like, I hope this is something that like somebody is watching and goes, yeah, I really like that. I'd like to work with them. Like, because I'd like to see more animation that's not just anime, but more animation that's kind of cutting edge stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally dug it. I thought it was great. I watched Turn Up Charlie. This is the Idris Elba show that's on Netflix. Yeah, it's fine. It's exactly kind of what you'd expect. It's pretty by the numbers. He's a former DJ who had like he's a current DJ, but he's like a one-hit wonder. And his like one of his best friends growing up is an actor. And an actor and a model, and he ends up marrying this woman who is like a world famous DJ, like a world famous British DJ. And that couple has a kid, and Idris Elba through like sort of situations, he ends up like kind of being the nanny because he's like kind of broke, and they're like, "Oh, can you watch our kid?" And the little girl is like an obnoxiously smart little girl who is just like doesn't really listen to anybody or whatever. But she ends up really taking to Charlie, like he's like this really nice guy or whatever. But it's exactly what you expect. She's obnoxious, and she warms to Charlie. She becomes more reasonable, and she has her reasons for being the way she is. And her parents kind of neglect her because they're so busy, and the world kind of comes together. It's a cute show. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't do anything amazing. I'm not even going to review it. Like it's just it's a perfectly fine folding laundry kind of show. It's cute. And Idris Elba, like again, I just feel like is much better on a series than he is in movies. I just feel that way. I don't know why. Hopefully he proves me wrong in Suicide Squad, but I hope. But I think he's good in this. He actually really is.
And lastly, I for me anyway, I watched Jimmy Carr's latest stand up.
I also watched that.
Holy shit, man! Like that guy does.
He's a British comedian.
He's a British comedian, and if you get insulted by comedy, like stay away. Like just stay away.
Yeah, he ripped on that one kid in the front of the audience. He's like, and then I fucked this woman, and that's what I said to your mom. Like this kid was like 18. Like he just kept going back to him.
Back to him, man.
It was funny.
It's
like he was being like funny about it, like not being an asshole, but it was good.
But yeah, like if you can stand his first joke, then go ahead and watch the special.
I don't remember what was the first joke.
I can't remember, but it's always like a test joke.
Oh, because he even says like this is like a primer for how horrible I'm going to be the rest of the night.
Yeah, and it's funny because he's this very posh, British guy saying some of the most ignorant ass shit I've ever heard in my life.
And he has the weirdest fucking laugh. Yeah, his laugh is fucking hilarious.
Like, what the fuck?
Like it's so weird that when he does laugh, the audience also is laughing at him. Like it's just a fucking odd laugh. It's just super weird. But yeah, he's like in a suit, like just like super straight laced guy, and his jokes aren't. He doesn't tell jokes like strung together as a story.
Right? They're rapid fire jokes. Oh. Like, and you don't see a lot of stand-up do that anymore. Stand-up usually they expound upon different topics, and they talk about shit, or they're like Jerry Seinfeld and hey, did you ever notice this? You know what I mean? Yeah. No, this guy's firing old school rapid fire jokes. Yeah, like he'll tell a joke, wait for the laugh, and then you'll get a second punchline. Like it's wild,
and it's like an hour. It's like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah,
how he remembers all of those jokes like that is amazing to me, right? Because it's one thing if you're telling a story, right, and you kind of get into it like a Bill Burr or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, his style is very different. But he's so dry-witted, like he's a prick. Like he's a real prick.
Man. It's great.
Yeah, I like his comedy a lot, actually. All right, so let's move into science and tech this week. So there is a reason, like as we were getting older. People say, oh, time flies when you're getting older. Well, there's actually scientific research as to why that happens. Apparently, it's because our brains are both smart and getting dumber. So apparently what happens is there's something called saccades, which are, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, which are these like rapid eye movements, right? Your eyes are seeing all these images and what have you. And apparently you have three to five saccades per second, right? So your eyes are scanning constantly when you're an average adult. However, that number of saccades is significantly higher when you're younger. So you're processing more things. You're literally seeing more things the younger you are. So that saccade slows down over time. And then you have something called fixations, where you actually stare at something to like really focus on something. And you have 200 to 300, or each fixation is 200 to 300 milliseconds for an average adult. And that number is shorter for younger children because they can process the information faster. So like literally, like when people go, oh, how do these kids play these video games and stuff, and they're like keep up with the stuff, it's literally because they are seeing and processing more information than you are when you get older. But the interesting thing is the reason why they're processing it is because their brains have more space, because like as you're seeing things, you're kind of taking pictures, right? But as you get older, you have so many pictures in your head that it takes more time for you to process information, and it has to go through the catalog of all the understanding that you have over your 50 years versus a 5-year-old who doesn't have all this understanding. So it's all new. It's all just being like just dumped in, right? And not being, being organized later. So that's kind of fascinating. And they do a good job of giving like a really good analogy. It says an analogous explanation would be to say that we experience our lives like time-lapse photography. The more photos that are captured per second, the slower the movement of time appears. Yet, as we start to increase the interval between each photograph, the more movement occurs between each frame, giving the illusion that the events are occurring faster. Which is why time, in fact, as you get older, seems like it is going quicker because you are literally processing less information. So, there you go. So it's not just an old wives' tale, it's actually true. And young people are the worst. It doesn't say that here, but that's what I interpret. Just in general.
Yeah, I can tell you that from experience.
Yeah, no, they're the worst.
They're little fucking assholes.
Yeah. Even just someone who's 1 year younger. Just a lot worse as a person than you. I like that you didn't even look up. You were just like, that seems rude. All right, stupid tech, weird tech. This is the God Sum. I don't know why they called it that. Yeah, this is awesome. Do you guys snore? You have issues with snoring?
Only if I'm dead tired, apparently.
It depends on the way. It depends on the way. I'm looking at the picture. I'm already mad. What the fuck? Anyway, it depends on how my neck is. Like if I'm laying on my back and my pillows and have my neck like this, yeah. But if I'm on my stomach, on my side, no.
How do you sleep? Do you sleep on your side or you're on your back?
I sleep like a wild man.
You don't ever sleep on your stomach, do you?
No.
Some people do. I used to.
My wife used to.
Yeah, that's really bad for your back.
Yeah. Then she got pregnant and was like, "Oh, can't do this no more."
Yeah, no, you'd be like just like teetering.
I don't sleep on my stomach.
Yeah, I used to. It's horrible for your back. Now I sleep like a fucking zombie, just on my back.
It's either on my back or my side.
Yeah. So in comes the God Sum, a fast, non-invasive sleep and dental care product. Terrence, you said the image is making you mad. Is it because it looks like someone is just putting tape on their face in the shape of a T?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, because that's exactly what this is.
What is this supposed to do? Tape your mouth shut?
No,
breathe through your nose.
Arguably, yes, actually. But the tape forces you to breathe a different way. I don't believe them.
That's what a breathe right strip does.
Yeah, those things are great, right?
And it opens your fucking...
Do they work?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I feel like that's in the same category as the head on, where it's like applied directly to your head.
The commercial they showed twice.
Yeah.
Every single time it came on. Like, why did you do that?
They're trying to sell that garbage. Yeah, so this is...
what are you supposed to do if you got facial hair?
That's what somebody I said, like, my beard's gonna love this.
What are you supposed to do if you got facial hair?
Yeah, you just duct tape your mouth open or shut. I don't know. This seems like a really bad idea. If you have a beard, you're just gonna have to snore forever, or just have it ripped off.
Yeah, because I'm not shaving to use this.
What the fuck are you doing?
What does it do? What does it do?
Stop snoring, guys. It stops snoring.
Nah, yo.
It also
taping your mouth shut.
It also works to help you not be heard when someone breaks into your house and fucking murders you.
So you're literally taping your mouth shut.
Yes.
This is for people who want to experiment with ball gags, but are like too chicken shit to just dive right in. This is them dipping their toe in the S&M and shit.
This is $23.
$23
for a month's worth of duct tape
for some 3M that you can get off a dispenser. What the?
Yeah, you gotta go to fucking Rite Aid or Best Buy or whatever, the fucking Home Depot and get some duct tape.
I mean, you could just go to work and steal the tape out of the dispenser.
It's not strong enough. Need some duct tape.
No, we got duct tape at work. Let's steal that. Gaffer's tape.
Get some electrical tape.
Yeah, you good. A lot of people are really excited about this. It has 29 backers. It's already made $2,000. I find that to be sad. Yeah, this seems reasonable, right? You guys are getting this? I mean, it was your birthday the other day. Do you want me to?
Yeah, it was your birthday the other day too.
Yeah, nigga, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about you.
Get the fuck out of here!
You buy me this, I'm gonna slap it out of your hand.
Like, I don't know why you like wasting money.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Stupid.
I feel like you're insulting me.
Yeah, like I'm looking at what our friendship is about. Like, just tape. Like, fuck you.
Here's some tape. Why use Bobby Scotch tape? I could use it doing something else. Fuck you. They say this also helps to stop you from grinding your teeth.
By taping your mouth shut.
Yeah. Not even like the sides, just sort of. I feel like if this was $2, I'd buy it just to see how stupid it was.
Nah.
I feel like I'd wake up to my dog trying to lick this off my face in the middle of the night. Because he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? So I think we're soundly in the camp of this is really stupid.
Yeah. I was a patient and I'm a dentist. Before Godsum, I have a mean look on my face, and after Godsum, I have a smile. Like, is this supposed to be their idea of a testimonial?
What, the Asian woman?
Yes.
She's just smiling.
She's just smiling. Before Godsum, after Godsum. Like, that's a testimony. Like,
she's not even showing teeth. She's just doing this.
Yo.
Apparently, Godsum gave her cheekbones. Because she didn't have any before.
Yeah, no kidding.
When her face was sallow. She looks sad.
Wow. $72. They have a $135 bundle. Terrence, they have a $265 bundle.
How many do you get?
This is a lifetime supply.
This is a 1-year supply of tape.
Oh, that's pretty good. How much does a roll of Scotch tape cost? $1.50?
If that, yeah, go to the dollar store.
Yeah.
Wow, this
$5 below. I feel like you get like 5 years worth. You just knock the shit out.
Yep. This don't worry about your CPAP machines, guys. Just get this tape.
There you go. Look, I know a couple people have posted in our fan group that they were on a CPAP for $265. You could just tape your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck doctors, am I right? You don't need air forced down in your throat. Just duct tape your mouth closed. I'm sure that won't cause breathing issues at all. We're going to fucking die using this product. Are you insane?
It brings the body back to the state of equilibrium. All right, yo. All right.
They just use words like equilibrium just to sell bullshit.
Yo, tape on your mouth is not going to improve your posture.
You don't know that.
It's not going to.
You don't know that.
It's not going to make your face more symmetrical. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
That's what it says?
Yeah.
I stopped reading after I saw the picture. I don't think I'm done.
No, the core features of Godsum: reduced snoring, reduced teeth grinding, deeper sleep, facial symmetry, cures dry mouth, posture correction, strengthens the immune system, bladder control, and reduced jaw pain.
Wait, bladder control?
What the fuck? All right,
they threw that one in just to see if you were really reading it. They were like, nah, let's see. Yo, bladder control. Tape over your mouth controls your bladder. Really? You got a new baby. You go ahead and put some tape over his mouth. See if he don't piss his pants anymore. See if he don't shit his pants anymore.
Terrence, this will cure your scoliosis. Just put some fucking tape over your mouth.
Go ahead and do that tonight. See how that works out.
And what if you got big ass? And
look, your brother come and be like, nigga, what are you doing?
And look, all these people.
Yo, I need you to tape my mouth real quick. I'm trying to fix my scoliosis. Get out of my house.
And look, I have something in common with all these people that I don't really think you do, and I know sure as shit you don't have in common with them. I got chicken lips, right? What the fuck is this shit gonna do for people with big ass lips? Yo, what? Like seriously?
Yo, Shannon Sharp is not.
He ain't gonna be able to use this.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's beyond stupid. Right, I saw that today, and I was elated. I was like, wow, because I find these on Reddit, and like people were like, "Have you seen this shit? Like, are you serious?" I was like, and click. Wow, this is really dumb. All right, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon before you buy anything. Eventually, maybe the Godsum will end up on Amazon, and you can buy it. And that would be a waste of your money. But we would get a little bit of a kickback. You wouldn't pay anything extra. You'd still get the tape in the mail, and we wouldn't look like fools. So one of us would benefit. So, yeah, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon for all of your Amazon purchases. All right, lightning round. Terrence, you are up.
Oh, shit. First up, this is interesting. Bumblebee sequel will include more Bayhem, says the producers.
I don't like that term.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. So Bumblebee has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it only made $455 million at the worldwide box office.
Only.
So, to correct that, they're going to go back to the Michael Bay method, or going to add a little bit more shenanigans.
Yeah, that seems to be the argument here.
No, don't do that. Just continue the series.
Yeah, so
as it is.
This producer, what is his name? He's been speaking on Bumblebee a lot this week. I forget the guy's name, but he's basically single-handedly destroying the fucking franchise by giving out this information about things that they're planning on doing. Lorenzo di Bonaventura. And yeah, he says, quote, a little more Bayhem, a little bit more of the character falling in love with the emotional dynamics of the within the emotional dynamics of the movie. One of the things I want to do, and I hope we pull it off, is we did it with Bumblebee because he's so cute and he's so accessible, but he can't talk. I think the more human we can make these characters, the more people are going to like them.
So just make them talk.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the story, he has his vocal cords destroyed or whatever, or vocal box.
Just make them talk.
Well, you can make other ones talk. Just don't do the Bayhem thing. Like, that was clearly not what people wanted.
I mean,
the movie made $1 billion.
Yeah,
so like they did kind of want that.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
They want the spectacle, but they don't want the story. The Bay, story.
Yeah,
people don't mind. Look, because what is Transformers other than a childhood fantasy of watching trucks and robots fight each other? Like, that's all people want.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, everyone who's seen Bumblebee is blown away by that first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the movie. I'm guessing that first 10 minutes on Cybertron ain't a lot of exposition going on.
No, it's dope.
No,
I've seen it.
Right.
Yeah, it's dope. It is. Like, well, okay. Here's the thing. You can do it. That's fine. The biggest issue with the Michael Bay movies was you couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. And
you can't see
they looked terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you keep the same designs as these and add like all of the action, but still stick with a story.
A good story.
Then yeah, I mean, I can see his point. You gotta balance that shit out right.
Yeah,
because watching these Transformers in those sequences would probably be awesome.
Yeah. Because look, say what you want about Michael Bay. I mean,
the nigga can shoot action.
He can shoot action.
He can. He can't shoot story for shit.
Yeah. No, but
that is just not his thing.
Seeing a bunch of G1 Transformers like on the big screen doing the shit that you imagine them doing, like, yeah, I could see it. Just make sure
don't fucking overdo it.
Yeah, just don't be racist.
Right? Yeah, please.
I mean,
please.
I don't really like it.
Just like to read.
Nah, we don't really do too much reading.
What, nigga?
Nigga bots. Brought to you by Michael Bay. Oh, good. Yeah, all right, let's fuck up Transformers. Go right ahead, Terrence. Next story.
What?
Yeah,
I'm still working on a Transformers The Last Night sequel.
I thought that was the last. Yeah, no, I know. Go ahead, read the fucking dumb fuck story. Shit is pissing me off. I didn't even see Bumblebee. I'm like, yo, you got it right.
Right. So despite the fact that Bumblebee was supposed to be a soft reboot for the Transformers franchise, producer Lorenzo di Bonaventura has now revealed that a sequel to the 2017 The Last Night is in the works. He goes to say, we are already working on 2 projects and both have scripts under development. One is the latest in the main family series following the events of Transformers The Last Night, and the other is a sequel to Bumblebee. So we are thinking of films where Optimus Prime and Bumblebee will be the buddies. But when Optimus and Bumblebee are the movies of the protagonists. How human beings get involved in their drama in the first place. The size is different between human beings and theirs. It's a worrying point.
Literally none of that shit made any sense.
Yeah, what?
Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, is Terran having a stroke?
Like, no. Are these movies connected somehow? Are they going to look like the Transformers from last night?
Don't look at me. Don't ask me.
Like, all right, nigga, you just fucking up. Just stop. It's a soft reboot.
You literally got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes for a Transformers movie. Do that.
Yeah, that's
Do
crazy.
that.
That's crazy.
Do that.
It's
Why would you
90s.
fuck it up? You fuck up. The fact that it was over 75% is amazing.
Like you could do this, right? But only if it was like Transformers and Beast Wars or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, like the worlds collided or some shit like that.
Right. Like
yeah, you'd have to make them wildly different.
This is all right.
It doesn't make sense.
So maybe Bumblebee is the official G1 Transformers.
No, because the rest of the Transformers was in Bumblebee.
Yeah, they're all in there.
Prime is in there.
Yeah, they're all in the beginning,
and he's in the movie. There's a sequence with that.
Well, what if it's like that's Earth 2?
No,
Earth 1?
No, stop trying to justify some bullshit. The fucking Bumblebee movie was the goddamn reboot. Just reboot it and move on. Just move forward. Why are you trying to do two? Why are you trying to make life more complicated? Let's make two timelines and then bring them together. No, one timeline. Fine, just bring Optimus to the fucking planet and do another movie. All right, it was fucking 10 years later, Optimus shows up. Okay, it's not a big deal. They just move forward. Or bring all the Transformers that survived the Battle of Cybertron, just bring them there. In modern times. Why do you need to do a sequel to the Michael Bay movies? They're a mess. There's King Arthur and shit in those movies. Yeah. What are you talking about? You got away from all that. I don't... All right. I read an article today in the same vein. Avia Rod. Well, we're trying to do more stuff, and I want to bring Sam Raimi back to do a Spider-Man movie. It's like, do you learn any lessons? Any fucking lessons? No. Oh, I want him to do an animated movie. Why?
Because the animated movie made a bunch of money, and because Sam Raimi's Spider-Man made a bunch of money. Like
that's as dumb as the thought. 1 + 1 = 2. That's it.
It's the Terrence Howard math of the Hollywood system.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, you can't. You divide by 2. That's 1.
Square root of 2 is 1. What? No,
it's
not.
Yes, it is.
Dummy.
That's new math. Terrence Howard needs to. You know what? Never mind. Somebody needs to beat the brakes off his stupid ass. Anyway, go ahead. Next story.
Next up, Killer Frost might be in the new Suicide Squad.
I like this idea.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Like, this one is the most reasonable out of the other fucking characters.
Polka Dot Man.
Like Polka Dot Man and King Shark and Ratcatcher.
Okay. Again, I feel like we should have had Dog Welder in here. But again, I don't know why they didn't do it. And it's really funny. It was really funny because somebody messaged. He was like, yo, I'm a welder. That's not how welding works.
Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I was like, yes, it does.
Like, you don't know that. But are you a dog welder?
Are you a dog welder? No, you're a regular welder. That's boring. Dog welding, totally different. By the way, there were 2 dog welders. There was Dog Welder. He died, and the ghost of Dog Welder 1 went into another guy, making him Dog Welder 2. That's true story. Yeah, I sent him the information. He was like, "Yo, this is pissing me off." I was like,
"Oh wow,
that's fine." I think Killer Frost is a dope choice, actually.
Yeah, she got powers and shit. Like that's what you need.
Yeah, Polka Dot Man has powers.
Yo, what the fuck is a Polka Dot Man?
He's Mr. Polka Dot.
Eczema. Like, that's what the fuck it is. Like, dude, that's stupid. Like, so goddamn dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, so I mean, that's fine. Look, he can do it.
Polka Dot Man Polka Dot Man grows multicolored polka dots on his body that he can turn into fireballs and other weapons.
Yeah, no, we talked about this last week. It was ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
I can't imagine he's going to put these stupid ass characters in.
But they're supposed. I mean, they're expendable. So Polka Dot Man,
King Shark and Killer Frost, I can see. Polka Dot Man and Rat Catcher though.
Nah, yo, no, I'm still mad that I'm still mad that Dog Welder's not in this movie. Yeah. I think it's only because people would not be okay with a guy who murdered dogs and then welded them to people because that's how welding works.
Oh,
no metal? No, flesh to metal. That's how it works. It's fine. This is what we're doing, and that is how welding works. But apparently they're supposed to take on, the rumors they're supposed to take on a team called Onslaught, not to be confused with Marvel's Onslaught. Onslaught is like basically a squad very similar to Team X, but they are they're from a Middle Eastern country called Korak. So sure, and if you look up Onslaught on Wikipedia, like a lot of those teams have been murdered by people on the Suicide Squad, so it's kind of interesting. So we'll see how that works out. They haven't said who's going to be on that team or if that's true, but that's the rumor.
Yo, I'm looking at a picture of Dog Welder's work.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like he literally put a dog's head on this guy's body. Yeah.
That's how welding works.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, no,
you can see the line where the welded the dog to
that's a solid weld. No, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good work.
That's good work. No, the funny thing is, Dog Welder is said to be cursed because he has schizophrenia. He's cursed by Anubis.
Yeah,
it's a curse by Anubis, which was the person where he had like the head of a dog and the body of a person. Like, so that curse has gone down the line to Dog Welder and then to Dog Welder 2.
Comics are stupid.
Yeah, they're fucking weird, man. He was a part of a team called Section 8, which is kind of funny. All right, next up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these pictures. That's so stupid. Netflix interactive follow-up to Bandersnatch is a Bear Grylls survival show.
Do you guys watch Bear Grylls at all? Or did you ever watch?
I don't know who Bear Grylls is.
That's a lie. You definitely don't. You don't know who Bear Grylls is?
No. I've never seen the show.
He's the survivalist guy. He's always like, yo, we're trapped in the middle of the woods. I got to drink my own piss.
I thought Bear Grylls...
Literally always.
I thought Bear Grylls was the guy who would eat anything.
No, that's Andrew Zimmern.
Yeah,
from
I love Bizarre Foods.
Bizarre Foods. Yeah, I used to watch that.
All right,
isn't he like a Trump supporter or some crazy?
No, he's the opposite.
Oh,
no, he's a hardcore liberal.
He did some wild shit. He said something about some like Chinese restaurant or some shit like that last year.
He was probably like, I wouldn't eat there. Yikes.
Yeah, I've never seen this show. I know it's Man vs. Wild or some shit like that.
Yeah, that is his main show.
Yeah. So
it's just a survival show. He's like, oh, let me show you how to survive if you get thrown into a frozen lake. I'm like, I will never be anywhere near that.
And I really feel like you're not in danger at all because there's a giant camera in front of you.
Oh, no, he's not. Like, there's been footage where he's like, I'm going to jump over this crevasse.
And then, like, on the side of a highway.
Yeah, they literally pan out. They literally pan out. Like, dude, you're not in any danger whatsoever.
Like, you in a fucking, like, Central Park. Shut up.
He's like, look at this wild animal. Like, nigga, that's a pigeon. Like, what are you talking about? But, yeah, it shows, it's actually pretty good. There was one where he went on an episode with like Marshawn Lynch, which was pretty wild. He's like, "All right, we're gonna climb this rock," and Marshawn's like,
"No, the fuck, I'm not."
No, nigga, I'm not from Oakland. What the fuck are you talking about?
Did Bear Grylls, when he was on with Marshawn Lynch, was the thing of him trying to get a picture with Marshawn Lynch and trying to see if he survives because Marshawn Lynch does not take pictures with men?
Is that true?
That is 100% true. Marshawn Lynch don't take pictures with niggas, yo. They don't. He don't.
Does he just say like no, or does he like?
He's straight up no. Like, we went to Marshawn Lynch's store in Oakland, and there's literally a sign up there that says Marshawn Lynch only takes pictures with women and children.
Wow,
that's weird.
Yeah. apparently somebody, well, you know, San Francisco was right there, and apparently someone was getting a little handsy,
feeling themselves,
was getting a little handsy with him. Yeah, and he was just like, nope, not doing it.
Wow, that's crazy. He ain't giving the fucking the Fresh Prince backhand.
What's wrong with you?
That's still one of my favorite moments of all time.
Funny.
I truly respected Will Smith at that moment.
Yeah,
that was the most like, fuck out of here. Like,
look, I ain't punch him in his face.
He was like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Oh,
he's like, I said that out loud, my bad.
he got real Philly real fast. So this is another survival show, much like other Bear Grylls shows, but you get to choose, like, is he gonna dip himself in lava or throw himself into a frozen lake?
That's not.
This is stupid
because it's fake.
Well, Bandersnatch was fake.
All right, yeah,
no, but that was like scripted.
It's not coming off as real. Like, he's not telling people it's real. Bandersnatch is not saying it's a true story.
Right, that's true.
This guy is like,
so wait a minute. How is this going to work? So he's just going to film a bunch of scenarios?
Yeah.
And you're just going to decide which one he...
Yeah, it says the series will take Grills to a variety of locations, including jungles, mountains, deserts, forests, across 8 episodes, and will let viewers control his choices.
But that's like,
do I make a fire, or do I drink my own piss? Drink your own piss. Constantly drink your own piss.
Yeah, that's kind of lame, yo. That's kind of lame.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird Marshawn Lynch doesn't take pictures with men. It's just fucking odd. As a football player.
Yeah.
Right.
The vast majority of your audience.
Well, homophobia is real, guys.
I mean, I'm not really here to question Marshawn Lynch at all to his face.
Yeah, look, you do whatever you want.
I feel like he'd throw me through 5 walls. Like, I don't want to take a picture with you. That's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean,
I'm just going to Photoshop myself into it anyway. It's no big deal.
The Bear Grylls thing just doesn't seem interesting.
Yeah, it just seems...
I would prefer that it was like sort of a narrative story.
Yeah, if it's a narrative story, like, do another narrative story.
Yeah. So we'll see.
How far did you guys get into that? I spent about an hour on that thing.
I watched through it once.
I never
made it to the end.
I wanted to get the best.
I was just like, I don't care anymore.
I wanted to get the best review for my game. And I got the best review for the game, but it still kept going.
Right.
And it kept going, and like to the point where it got meta, and like the person making like a different version of it was, and then I'm like, all right, I got my review. I got my 5 stars. I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, I feel like I like the idea of Black Mirror doing it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't find that story. I didn't find that particular story. Like, I found the beginning of it really interesting. Mm-hmm. Like when you're like, have the guy jump off or you jump off, and I was like, the guy, and he died. I was like, shit.
Oh, well.
Like, that decision mattered. Like, it really mattered to him. So I like that, but then it just started slowly kind of, I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, especially when you run into dead ends. Because when you run into dead ends, then you got to go way back.
And I think that's what you shouldn't do.
Right.
Right? They shouldn't be dead ends. They should just, like, it shouldn't be like, this, you died. Like, no,
right.
It should be
game
like
over, respawn. Right. Like,
right. It should go further in, but then there's just maybe a just definitive, like, you get like 3 more steps down or something like that.
Yeah, it was very odd because I ran into a lot of dead ends, and then when I finally got my 5, I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. It was a good concept, but and I had to play it I had to use a controller to navigate it because doing it with a remote is just fucking weird.
Yeah, but it's just 2 options.
Yeah, no, it feels better with a controller.
Yeah, it did. I did it on my PlayStation. And it vibrates.
It vibrates to let you know, hey, like, get ready to pay attention.
No, my Roku does the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, the Roku remote does the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Though? I'm pretty sure it does.
Your Roku vibrates?
I have a newer one. I'm pretty sure it does.
Why does the Roku vibrate?
Because it has games.
Depends on what you're watching.
Hello. I'm pretty sure it did.
Oh, the remote?
Yeah, because there are games that you can download too.
Oh.
Before we move on, I wanted to. I would be remiss if I didn't do this. I fucking told you. Drums won 71 votes to Flats 44. Fuck out of here.
It's a lot of dumb niggas out here.
No. Don't do that. I'm doing it. Don't throw people under the bus just because.
On look forward.
Don't throw people under the bus just because they don't agree with you. That is not something I.
I'm gonna quote something else that Jay says. Terrence, it's not fair for us to call double dribble on a bunch of retarded people who like drums over flats.
Look, I mean, I didn't use that word.
Flats are better.
They are.
Ironically, that Friday night after the show, the day after that show, I ate 15 wings, a mixture of drums and flats.
Because
the reality is chicken is the answer because black.
I always ask for flats if I can.
You get all flats?
If I can, yeah.
Wow,
I'm too cheap for that.
I ain't got time for all that. Just give me the wings.
No, because flats are better.
Yeah, you sticking to your bullshit. You and 43 of your other dumb friends. Brad, Micah. Got your poor kid there representing your poor choices. Yeah, nah, fuck out of here. I got 70 psychopaths. Look at Demetrius. He eat a lot. He knows what's the best food.
No, he put the poll up
he did the same poll.
And flats won.
Yeah, he knows a lot of stupid people. I know, it's crazy. Just saying. Sad, really. I mean, if you think about it. All right, next up. This is a dumb story.
Terminator. Upcoming Terminator movie gets a title. Yeah, when I saw this title, I'm like, what? So the title is what is this? Today we've learned that the upcoming Tim Miller directed James Cameron produced Terminator feature will henceforth be known as Terminator Dark Fate.
Sounds like a terrible video game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, this really sounds like trash.
It feels very 90s.
Yeah.
It feels very 90s. Terminator Dark Fate. Are you guys ready? Like, I guess.
Who is this?
Who's the Terminator?
Woman in the middle?
That's Mackenzie Davis.
I don't know who that is.
She was in *Halt and Catch Fire*. She's a really good actress, actually.
Look like never mind, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I was about to say who's that dude?
She looks like Ivanka Drago.
Yeah. Yeah, like, she could be
like
one of the
Paul.
Oh damn!
That's what I.
Damn.
Am I wrong?
I mean, not exactly wrong.
That's what I was like. Okay,
she's a better person than him,
probably.
I mean, I don't know anything about her as a person, but she's a better person than Logan Paul.
Fuck, her Terminator character is a better person than Logan Paul.
He's going to Antarctica because he thinks the Earth is flat. I hope he dies there.
Yeah, I hope you fall off, dummy.
No, I hope he does. I mean that in all sincerity. If Logan Paul dies in Antarctica, I would not care. Heaven is not going to lose an angel.
I wouldn't lose any sleep.
No. So Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
That title sucks.
Little else is known about the film at this time, though it's been confirmed that Terminator alums Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger will once again return to the franchise to execute their roles as Sarah Connor and the Terminator. He's coming back again.
I mean, I'm kind of over Arnold Schwarzenegger being in Terminator movies.
So here's the thing, though. Brett Azar is going to be the T-800. He's going to be the physical body of the T-800. Remember when they superimposed Schwarzenegger's head in Terminator Salvation over the body? That was Brett Azar. So they're going to do that again. But for a younger Terminator. But I don't understand why Schwarzenegger's in this. Besides, he's just a part of the franchise. Like, can we just let Arnold Schwarzenegger go for this franchise? I feel like it's handicapped because he's still coming back.
That would be ideal.
Yeah,
he's like 75 years old.
You could redo Terminator. Terminator is a good enough concept that you could reboot this thing.
You think you could reboot it?
I think you could reboot Terminator. I think it needs a reboot. The story's so convoluted, and
I mean it is, but I don't know. The problem is I'm not sure people would really accept a reboot.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't honestly.
We got people that are turning 20 and they were born in 1999.
Yeah, like
we're getting old.
Yeah, we've all accepted 2 different reboots of Spider-Man.
That's true. That's true.
Like, And they were like 8 years apart.
They really were kind of like 8 years apart. That's true. That's true. I mean, that's a valid point. Schwarzenegger is, in fact,
he's 71.
71 years old.
I mean, look, man. Yeah, like, everybody knows you're a badass, show. Like, you don't have to, like, just bow out.
Yeah.
Reboot this thing. Get the, Loget Paul to fucking be the new Terminator. And
she's actually a really good actress.
And I don't know. I think this series needs a reboot.
I'm hoping that with Tim Miller handling this, I'm hoping that they can finally break the curse of just these very, very mediocre to bad sequels to Terminator.
Well, if anything, it'll look amazing. Because Tim Miller is an animator, right? So hopefully,
he has done some. Yeah, because he did the fight sequence between Deathstroke and Batman.
He did some work on Mass Effect, and
he was also the producer on Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, he directed an episode.
Oh yeah, is that right?
Which one did he direct?
The one with Venom and what's that guy's name? Topher Grace. Is that it? Was that him?
Oh, I didn't see that one. That was the one with the refrigerator.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one yet. I only saw the first. I saw 15 out of the 18 or 14.
Okay, yeah, that was all right. But Ice Age. Reboot. Basically, you know what that was? Remember that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa was had a civilization growing in a petri dish?
Yeah,
that's what that episode was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, reboot Terminator, man. Like, I would love a reboot, but we're not going to get it. So I hope this movie's good. Linda Hamilton looks
like a badass.
She looks like a badass. She looks a far cry from what she used to look like. If you told me that was Linda Hamilton, I would say I need to see a birth certificate.
I think she looks exactly like She
looks like what she is supposed to look like.
Right.
But I don't remember Linda Hamilton. My only memory of Linda Hamilton is from the other Terminator.
Oh, okay, so you went from Terminator 2 to Dark Fate.
Yeah.
You skipped like 40 years.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, wow, it's been 25 years. You look a little bit different. Yeah, well, life has been hard and my career has not been generous. So, yeah. Yeah, so we'll see.
Been in?
She really kind of wasn't in much. Yeah, so she's kind of just chilling. All right, next up.
Disney Plus is rumored to be considering an Ewok series.
Okay. That's fine. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids. Yeah. Some people were like really mad about this. I was like, yeah, this isn't for you.
Yeah. Star Wars is for kids, guys.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like all this shit that we're talking about is for kids.
Yeah. I mean, God, look.
It's fine to like it.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm probably not going to watch this.
Right.
But it's okay. It's not for me. And look, maybe it's good. I don't know. I enjoyed the first Ewok movie when I was a kid. I liked Wicket. Wicket was fast. He was awesome. He was badass. No, but I'm here for like The Mandalorian. That's what I'm going to be watching. But yeah, this makes sense. It was funny because Brad was like, see, I told you, look what Disney's going to do with Star Wars. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you laughing at. Your son going to be watching the shit out of this. Hence, you going to be watching the shit out of this.
Right.
Like, they can do whatever the fuck they want with the Ewoks. I'll never see it. You, on the other hand, will be watching this one until the day you die. So, good luck with all that. See? Yeah, talk shit, get hit. That's what happens. So, yeah, look, the Ewoks, it makes sense for little kids. Also, it's going to make a fucking shit ton of money for toys. So, yeah, makes total sense.
And last up, I always fuck this dude's name. John David Washington is going to be in Christopher Nolan's next movie.
He's a star.
Yeah.
That's a talk.
Nolan recently finished the script of the movie, and Warner Brothers quickly dated it for July of 2020. The slot the studio often reserves for the director, most recently with Dunkirk. Did y'all watch Dunkirk?
I did.
I did not. I don't like war pitches.
It looked good.
It was good. It was very good. It won a bunch of like sound editing stuff. Like that was a big part of it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And not only was the film a huge success at the box office, bringing in 526. Wow, the worldwide box office earned Nolan an Oscar nomination for director.
Makes sense.
His first in the category. Really? Wow.
His first? Wow, that's crazy.
That's a little strange. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to be in his next movie.
Yeah, they're not saying
don't know what it is or anything.
Nope.
He's just going to be in it. Good for him.
So it's said to be starring him in Robert Pattinson. That's the talk. So
all right.
Robert Pattinson took a different turn in his career, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the fuck away.
He went from fucking
shit.
Twilight to just look like I'm a real actor. God damn it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Like, for real.
what drives me crazy is when people talk about him who haven't seen anything else he's been in. They're like, the Twilight actor. I'm like, that dude's been making like real movies for years, dude. Like, he's actually very good. I mean, the talk is that he's being considered for Batman too. I don't know that I can see him as that because I just don't see him bulking up enough.
I don't see him fighting anybody, but you know.
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
It's his job as an actor to convince me.
Yeah, so
isn't he British or something like that? I don't even know.
I have no idea. I don't think so.
He's not. I don't know.
If he isn't
Pattinson,
but I mean, what does that mean?
London United. Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, he does a pretty good American accent. So
I mean, apparently it's not hard to do an American accent.
Yeah.
Where are my cheeseburgers?
Yeah, I guess it's not really not. That's kind of sad, actually.
I'm actually looking at some pictures of him.
Americans are dumb. Where's my cheeseburger?
That's what I imagine that they imagine what Americans are like. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeehaw, cowboy! You got any cheeseburgers and beer? Like, all right.
I love guns.
Right.
Well, that seems accurate.
Thoughts and prayers. That's what you all do, right?
It's really sad for the death of a lot of American citizens. Anyway, mass shootings are a real problem, guys. Movie and TV news this week. The Disney Fox acquisition has been completed. Disney now owns everything, and it will send its robots out to destroy you. Never mind that there are bigger movie studios, even though everyone pretends that there isn't. Yeah, this is a big deal for obvious reasons. Disney bought 21st Century Fox. They did not buy Fox News, so when you get mad at Fox News, don't think that it is a Disney product. It is not. Now, pretty much Fox is just news and sports, I think. They now have a controlling stake in Hulu because of this, amongst many other things. This cost $71.3 billion, which is pretty insane, but initially they offered $52.4 billion, and they got all the way up to $71 billion. So Jesus Christ. That, of course, for us, that's important because the X-Men and Fantastic Four make it back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
Yeah, I think people really need to remember that they didn't buy 20th Century Fox just so they could make X-Men and Fantastic Four movies.
No, that was not a thing.
Okay, I just want people to know that, right? Like it ain't all about what you like.
Yeah,
like this is they bought that because Disney Plus is like it's coming, like, and it's gonna have a whole shit ton more content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny because people really are like, oh yeah, no, they got it for that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, now look, now let's have X-Men versus Avengers next year. Like maybe not next year.
No. You got a ways to go for that one. But
it's
a big deal. It's a huge deal.
This is a huge deal. Look, this is a nerd show, so we'll talk about the implications that this means. What this means for the stuff that we like to talk about. Maybe I'll finally get my Dr. Doom that I want, that I need. I would love to be able to take my son to see a movie with Dr. Doom with his middle namesake and have it not be hot garbage. I would love it.
It's weird that you named your son with the middle name Doom. That seems odd. That is fucking strange.
I was pushing if we had a girl to name her Valeria.
You fucking dork.
That would not fly.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, as a boy, yes, thank God. Victor? I'm actually surprised you didn't just go with Victor right off the top.
No, I wanted the initials too.
You fucking dork.
I wanted the initials. Well, because I wanted the girls' initials to be VIP. And the boys to be MVP.
What was the middle name?
I would have been something like Imani or something like
Ivanka?
that. No, Ivanka. God, fuck off. Fuck yourself.
What? She's a very powerful woman who makes handbags. She's slowly destroying our country and our way of life. And she probably had sex with her own father. Anyway, I think so.
She gets spit roasted by her father and her husband. Gross.
Oh, no. That's not true.
That's her father and her brother.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know me. Come on. How do I make this worse? So there are some downsides. 4,000 people will be getting laid off, or I assume are laid off now because of duplicates. I mean, look, that legitimately sucks.
Yeah.
I do take a little bit of an umbrage with the fact that people keep bringing it up when I know they don't really give a fuck. You don't really care.
No.
You just don't. Like, it's the one thing that you can hit them on about this thing, besides, I don't want these corporations to, coalesce together, and that's fair. But you don't really give a fuck, because corporate takeovers happen all the time. Mm-hmm. All the time, and people get laid off. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They just don't. And like, I know someone go, well, I care. Okay, maybe you care. The vast majority of people talking about this don't give a shit. Second a trailer comes out for fucking Fantastic Four, you will never think about this again.
Yeah. As soon as they announce who Wolverine is going to be, nobody's going to care.
Yeah. And look, that's not to be flippant about those people losing their jobs. I just don't like when people pretend to give a fuck about something I know they don't care about. It's okay. Look, as a person seeing all this, I don't really care either. Like, I just don't, because it doesn't affect me. It just doesn't. It sucks as a generality, but I'm not like, oh my God, I'm sitting up all night thinking about it. I'm not. Like, I'm sorry. Just like no one would give a fuck if my job got laid off either. You'd be like, that sucks. I'm going to go about my day and get a sandwich.
Yeah, when's the next show?
Right, like it just like I'm just sorry. It bothers me because people like trying to pretend like they're like super care. I don't believe you. The other part of this, the acquisition will also bolster Disney's television output. Fox's television division is one of the most successful in the business, and Disney will be after a piece of that action. With Disney set to become the streaming juggernaut, we'll likely see a host of excellent brand new original series that will make subscribing to Disney Plus and Hulu worth the monthly fees. Yeah, that's very true. There is an interesting thing. Disney is known for demanding a higher percentage of tickets sold for their tentpole offerings. When Star Wars The Last Jedi was released, the company claimed 65% of the profits as opposed to the standard 55%. Given that the acquisition means Disney now owns the rights to more tentpole franchises, they will hold more authority over multiplexes. I guess I could see that as a negative. Like that's a fair point.
If movie houses want to make money, they're going to have to raise ticket prices.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel really not obligated to give a shit because they've been running people over the fucking coals for like the last 15 years in increasing ticket prices like crazy, and concession prices like crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't really see what the reason behind that is. Like, has that 55%? Was that at 35% before or something like that? I doubt it.
Yeah, concession prices are ridiculous. Like, I don't know how much it costs to keep something like this up and running, but you have to be making like 500% profit on popcorn.
No, they do.
For what you buy versus what you charge. Like,
yeah, it's insane.
It's wild.
$7.85 for a medium popcorn.
No,
and like $4 for a drink when we went to go see Us. I'm like, yo, this is offensive.
Yeah. This is why people bring shit in.
Right.
But this is why people bring shit in.
Purse. Don't worry about my man purse, nigga.
These prices are ridiculous. I am going to carry a man purse. Yeah, this is why people do it. So I totally understand the argument against that. I mean, a 10% increase in their profitability equals a 10% loss on your side. So that's a big deal. But you're not really making any friends in how much you're charging people as it is. So I can't imagine the theater owners are going to get a lot of sympathy for that, whether right or wrong.
I mean, and it must be hard for theater owners to, because the theater experience is very unique and it's something that I hope does not go away.
Sure.
But at the same time, like, you got to entice people to want to go in it. And just having a bigger screen is not going to do it. But having a bigger screen and louder speakers, that's not going to do it. Having all this gourmet shit, like having, waiters and shit like that, I don't need all that when I go to the movies. You know what I need?
It's nice.
It's real nice. It's super nice.
But it also costs more.
It also costs more, and it reminds people of the home experience, which will get people to get on their fucking phones.
Yep.
The more comfortable people are like that, the more they forget that they live in a society and they're in a public place and and a bunch of people are trying to do one thing. Right. They make it about them and they look at the damn phones all the time.
Yeah. If I had my druthers, everyone would have a steel chair. He would stare and it would have a lock for your fucking head so you can look forward and not talk, and someone would come with a ruler and bash your fucking hands if you picked up your phone.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That is the movie-going experience I would enjoy.
Yeah. Every movie ticket comes with that tape that you have to put over your fucking mouths to stop snoring and so you can't talk.
Yeah. And it costs an extra $23.
And it cures your posture, apparently.
And your immune system. I don't know.
And your immune system. All right, yo. All right. Stupid ass tape.
I'm going to buy Terrence some of that for next week.
What?
No, nothing. That's fine. I'm trying to help your immune system, dog. Don't worry about it. I'm looking out for you. Next up, Game of Thrones directors are working on a Star Wars project, and the talk is that it is Knights of the Old Republic.
All right. I mean, everybody says, they want to...
Come on. Everybody wants this.
Everybody does. This
is a trilogy of movies, by the way.
It could be.
No, that's the talk.
Oh, that's the talk?
Yeah.
All right. The problem with saying that you want a movie based on Knights of the Old Republic is that you'll get people who will be mad if it's not exactly like Knights of the Old Republic. And it doesn't need to be, because
no, it doesn't need to be.
The big hook with Knights of the Old Republic is that the character that you play, that you create, is the character that everybody feared throughout the galaxy. And then you come at a crossroads with what you want to do. Like, do you want to, you realize that you are this Sith warlord, and depending on how you play, maybe you woke up from your amnesia and you were good, but all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, in my past life, I was a fucking monster. And then how do you cope with that? Do you go back to your old ways, or do you try to stay on the light side? And people love that game because it was interactive. It was the game. Like, the game made you feel like you were part of it. Like, it's going to be a very different experience when you're just passively sitting there.
Maybe they do a Bandersnatch fucking situation. And like, when you come to that, like,
when you come to the theater, everybody got to press the A button or the B button, and then do it by committee.
Hey,
they used to have that in theaters, didn't they?
Yeah, they
did a couple of times.
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that would be interesting, but I also think just making a series of movies in that part of the universe, in that timeline, I think would be a lot of fun.
With Jedi and Sith just walking around, what I mean?
Like, they're not rare. They're just hanging out. Was it Korriban is the
Korriban is the Sith world.
Yeah. So just have them just fucking chilling there. Like, that's kind of dope. Like, you could do some really fun stuff with this. And considering it's the guys from Game of Thrones, David Benioff and D.B. Wise, they're Game of Thrones showrunners, I think they could pull off something that would be really neat. So we'll see.
Look, I'm not down on it. I'm down on the whatever nonsense backlash that people will have for it.
I mean, that's with everything.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately,
there's not enough white men in this. There's not enough black women in this. There's just not enough Na'vi in this. I don't like it. I like all of it. All right. Stacey Abrams is a mammy, whatever. Like, all the bullshit. It's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. That was the wildest thing I've read today. She's a mammy. Wow. Wow. And I have issues with heavyset people. Okay. MoviePass founder launching a program called Pre-Show. This is weird.
As soon as you said MoviePass founder launching, I stopped listening.
But seriously, check this shit out. This is wild. Pre-show members download an app and will have an opportunity to watch 15 to 20 minute pre-show comprised of entertaining branded content. Think of it like the product placement that you see in the movies, except now brands can provide engaging content and calls to action to targeted individuals. After watching the pre-show, we use the proprietary facial recognition tech to ensure that the person is watching. The individual receives credits to attend a movie for free to any theater of their choice with their virtual credit card. Watch, earn, and go. It's that simple.
Nope.
So
first of all, it's basically a free-to-play game. It's like, hey, you want some credits? Watch this video.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
First of all, it's a commercial app, right? It's an app that plays commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coupled with the MoviePass shit. Nah, yo.
Nah, I think people are going to do this.
Oh, people do it because people did MoviePass. Yeah. Nah, but it won't work.
Here's the thing. MoviePass is still around.
It is?
It's still around.
How? Won't you watch like one movie a month?
You can only watch one movie a day, but I think it's like blocked out.
It can't be a blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
So you can't watch Endgame.
Right. Nah, you got to pay for that. You got to look at 15 to 55 minutes worth of ads for that one. Yeah, MoviePass as far as I understand.
And then how much, then you get credits. How many credits are needed to watch a movie? And then, because you know they're going to be tiers, right? They're going to be tiers.
Oh, you got to watch 400 hours to get the end grade.
Get more credits. Do this survey.
Right. Didn't MoviePass introduce surge pricing and shit like that?
Like Uber. Yeah,
just Come like on, Uber. Man. Nah, yo.
Get out of my face.
Nah.
I'm good.
Fuck you, yo.
Like, AMC Stubs is what, $20 a month? I don't pay for it, but like apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's a legit business and not a scam.
You go to movies and you get enough credits or whatever.
Like 3 movies a week.
That's
more than enough.
Okay, right. So MoviePass is still around for $9.95 a month. You can watch any 2D movie available in the app. Available at theaters everywhere. Access to giveaways
everywhere that accepts MoviePass.
Available at theaters everywhere. There's no
everywhere that accepts.
No, there's no asterisk. There's no asterisk.
My arc light don't take it.
No. But here's the thing. There's no asterisk there. But the one before it, go watch any 2D movie available in the app. That one has an asterisk.
That's why I'm downloading the app now to see what fucking movies are.
Oh yeah,
like A Dog's Life that she came out like 7 months ago. Get out of here.
Battle. Was it Alita Battle Angel? They're like. Yeah, the insoles like this one. You can go see that. Now, they do have a monthly plan. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. You can't see any 3D movies now.
I don't care about 3D movies.
No, I don't either. They got movies like What Men Want, Run the Race, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. What movie is that? That came out like 1975. What are you talking about? Cold Pursuit, Into the Spider-Verse. Bitch, that shit's on DVD. Climax.
I don't feel like creating an account. Never mind.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm good.
I'm getting MoviePass, guys. I'm gonna benefit from this. This sounds awesome. So yeah, MoviePass still around. So you guys don't want to watch 15 to 20 minutes of ads so that you could see.
I can watch a movie.
You can watch a movie for free. What if it was a movie like that you didn't really want to pay for? I think 15 minutes isn't bad.
Not 15 minutes? Nah, yo.
And you can't start it and then like walk away. Because the tech
just gotta look.
You gotta make sure you're watching this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, I need to figure out how to game that. Like, how do I like make like really good printouts of my eyes or something? And it's just like
me 3D print your face.
Yeah.
Yo.
That'd be kind of dope, like a helmet.
I'm on MoviePass's Twitter, right? And
people are like, yo, this shit don't work.
And I click on their
retweet
tweet, which is like, for only $9.95 a month, watch any 2D movie available in the app, whatever. And then people are responding to it. One guy was like, will the available movies only be Gotti? Gotti was the movie that they produced, which was a piece of garbage, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently it only made money because people went and saw it because it was free on MoviePass.
Right.
There's a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And then MoviePass responds, "Hi, please DM us on Twitter with your email address so we can assist you. Thank you." Somebody else says, "Gotta love the bots are responding back." And then MoviePass responds, "Hi, please send us a DM regarding your And it's like that for every tweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's really funny. Did you see that? Did you happen to see that John Oliver thing about...
Yo, that shit was great.
About robocalling?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not a robot. I'm a real person. Can I help you?
Just say whatever he would say. Just say the phrase, please. It's like, that's funny. I'm a real person. I'm like, all right, nigga, shut up. I mean, it sounded legit at first, but then she started saying the same phrases over. I'm like, oh.
He was like, she's gonna kill us in our sleep. Jesus Christ, this is fucking terrifying. Yeah, so pre-show. There you go. Sign on up. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Sucker.
Nah, it's gonna be awesome. You crazy. You wildin'. WB CEO Kevin Tsujihara stepping down after scandal of trying to blow the back out of some actress and giving her preferential treatment. Her name is Charlotte Kirk. She was in a movie called Ocean's 11 and How to Be Single. So Tsujihara was fucking around on his wife.
Ocean's 8?
Yeah, where? Ocean's 8.
Yeah, she was in Ocean's 8, not Ocean's 11.
Oh, did I say 11? I'm sorry. Yeah, she was in Ocean's 8. They both vehemently deny it. But now he's stepping down because it definitely happened.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not... Oh, all right. You got me. Okay. Look, Tsujihara has had some really good moments over at WB. He's had some not so great moments. He's pretty much one of the people who single-handedly fucked up Justice League. Because when they brought in...
I forgot Justice League even came out. Like, I'm dead serious. They were like, is the story about what's his name not being it anymore on here? Or was that last week?
Oh, no. Ray Fisher? That's still a rumor. It's not confirmed. I
was like, oh shit, that did happen. Yeah. There was a fucking Justice League movie, wasn't there? I
mean, I guess it was. I guess there was one.
It was something.
So Tsujihara, he was really responsible for fucking up Justice League because he brought in... After Snyder left, he brought in Joss Whedon. Yeah. And, of course, the WB fanboys are like, Whedon fucked up Justice League. No, Whedon wanted to push it back a year so that he could work on it properly. And Tsujihara was like, yeah, but if you push it back, then I'm not going to get as much of a bonus as I was supposed to get, so no. And so
sounds about right.
Yeah, so he put himself above the film, and basically they had to rush, which is why it looked so shitty. And it was a mess. So don't blame Joss Whedon. Blame Kevin Tsujihara. Like, that's directly him and a bunch of other executives. That's directly their fault. That's not Whedon's fault. Like, you can't fix a movie in 6 weeks. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not a thing. So yeah, so he's out. Not sure who's going to replace him just yet. But, I mean, he was also responsible for, like, the Harry Potter franchise. Like, he's made some really great choices for WB. But I know people, often forget those kind of things just for the, like, Justice League stuff. But, yeah, he's been largely good. I don't see him leaving as being that much of a marketable difference in how WB goes forward. But we'll see. But it was big news. Next up, this is a weird fucking story. Ezra Miller, who played a guy who could run wearing a Flash suit, or not, in Justice League, he is planning to rewrite the Flash script with Grant Morrison, the famed comic book writer, because he feels that the Flash should be a darker, more serious story. And the directors who have come on to direct The Flash, who John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, who wrote Spider-Man Homecoming, they want it to be a lighter, funner story. And so he wants it to be this darker, serious story. And so they're clashing. So WB is allowing him and Morrison to write their own script, and then they're going to decide which one, which is insane.
What has he written in the past?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing nothing of note. Look, Grant Morrison is a great comic writer. Like, I mean, one of the best. But that doesn't mean you know how to write a script for a movie.
Right.
Now apparently Grant Morrison has written the script for that show Happy. That's pretty beloved. Yeah, it's pretty beloved. But again, that is a television show. It's not a movie. Like, it's not. They're not the same worlds. So apparently, if Ezra Miller doesn't get his way, he's likely to leave the role.
All right. Bye. Bye.
I mean, I didn't think he was that great of a Flash.
Edward Norton.
Yeah, they're going to move on without
you. Yeah, like,
right.
Don't do that. Like, have we learned nothing? Like, no one really wants it to be super dark.
No, they don't.
Like, Aquaman made $1 billion.
I mean, it's ironic that everyone is like,
and it's
why do we keep
Flash?
Right. There's nothing about the Flash that needs to be hyper dark.
Like, he's essentially they're not the same character, but he's essentially the Spider-Man in that universe as far as like tone goes, right? He's not like super. It's like his
stuff is much lighter. Yeah, it's definitely lighter. I wouldn't go as far as to say Spider-Man, but it is definitely much lighter. But it's weird that he would want to do that. Like, it seems strange to me. I don't know. I'm bewildered by the story. Like, I really am. Like, what are you doing? So, okay, let's say they choose the Ezra Miller, Grant Morrison script. How the fuck are you going to work with the directors when you just basically took their script and just pissed on
it in the trash?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm real. Yeah, like, yeet. He yeeted when he should have yoted.
I don't get it.
This is a really bad move.
Fuck you.
Yeah, like, we're going to go with the dark script. Not on our watch or not.
Like, yeah, get somebody else.
So then they're going to lose, what, the fourth director they've had? This is the studio should never have allowed this. But, like, get on board or get the fuck out of the way. Like, yeah, this seems like a bad move. So,
okay.
Spoiler alert for about 2 weeks from now. Ezra Miller is no longer the Flash. Yeah, that's my guess. Also, this is not on the docket. Wonder Woman 1984 is not a sequel.
No, it's a prequel. Right?
No. They're saying it's not a sequel to Wonder Woman.
Oh, whatever.
So, it's not a sequel to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman took place in 19...
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead and explain it.
It's not a sequel to Wonder Woman. It's not a prequel, though?
Prequel to what?
It can't be a prequel.
Prequel to what?
Think about it.
Prequel to what? Justice League?
Yeah,
What's Justice League?
Because it can't be a prequel to Wonder Woman because that took place in, what, 1910?
1911 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's in fucking World War I. What the fuck is it?
Wonder Woman 1980. Does it take place in 1984?
Yes. Yeah, they showed a picture of fucking Trevor. Steve Trevor. He's got on like fucking 1980s clothes. I guess that's how they brought him back, because the first movie didn't happen.
Like, is it like a weird Orwellian like timeline?
Is it like Earth 2?
What you asking me for? I don't know. I don't think they know.
That doesn't make any sense.
So it's
70 years into the future, but it's not a sequel.
It's not a sequel. Steve Trevor is back.
Yeah, he still exists.
Same actor playing Wonder Woman.
His, great grandson.
Nah.
So is it just a new movie?
Stefan Trevor.
It's a new movie.
If it's not a sequel, it's just
a reboot of the first movie.
See, if we were complaining about reboots, this is the quickest turnaround.
This is like 2 years. What are they doing? What I'm starting to notice is, like, the DCEU is dead. The connected universe is dead.
Yeah.
At this point, like, they don't know. Like, well, they've never known what they were doing. But if this isn't a sequel, this takes place 30 years before Justice League.
Right.
1984?
Yeah. Why did you just not make it into the fucking the regular timeline? Why don't you just make it present day? If it's not a sequel, who cares? Who gives a fuck?
So in this time, she's been just doing a whole bunch of like covert shit. No one knows who she is.
No, she's not doing anything covert. She just left Themyscira for the first time in this movie. I don't know, Terrence. I can't explain it to you because none of this makes sense.
All right,
so in the beginning of this movie, what is she going to be doing? Like, she's going to be fighting crime?
Here's a quote.
Fighting Doomsday?
Patty Jenkins was just determined that this movie should be the next iteration of Wonder Woman, but not a sequel, says producer Charles Roven.
What does that mean?
It's the same woman playing the character.
And she's definitely delivering on that. He continues the quote. She's delivering on that. It's a completely different time frame, and you'll get a sense of what Dana/Wonder Woman has been doing in the intervening years.
73.
But it's a completely different story we're telling, even though it'll have a lot of the same emotional things, like a lot of humor, a lot of brave action. It tugs at the heartstrings as well. It's a standalone film in the same way that Indiana Jones or Bond films are, instead of a continuous story that requires many installments. Okay.
No.
I understand what they're saying.
That's a sequel.
But it's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Stop saying dumb shit.
But it's not a part 2 of a story, is what they're saying.
It's a sequel. It's a sequel. The shit that happened in Raiders happened before the shit that happened in the Legion or Temple of Doom. They happened. Yes, my birthday was last year. There are things that happened between then and my birthday this year. This is a sequel to the birthday from last year. It's still a sequel. It doesn't matter how much time went happen.
Technically, Temple of Doom was first in the chronology.
Whatever.
I know it. Yeah,
because it's the
Temple
better
of Doom
one.
is a prequel.
Yeah, because it's the better one.
But it was a prequel.
Temple of Doom is a prequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 2, 3...
2, 3, 1... 2, 1, 3, 4... No. 2, 1, 3.
That's it. Just stop it.
2, 1, 3. I see what they're saying, that it's supposed to be just another story, right? But here's the thing that doesn't make sense. Why is Steve Trevor in it? Like,
yeah, they're gonna have to explain that.
Like,
yeah, you can't just pretend he didn't die.
Like they said, they said they made the Bond comparison, right? Like, the Bond movies don't. Before the Daniel Craig era, they were just stories.
They were day in the lives,
right? They were missions, right? But when Blofeld died, when James Bond threw him into that smokestack, that was it for Blofeld, until the reboot.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just bring Blofeld back and be like, "Hi, James." Like, what the fuck? I am the architect of all your pain. Like, no, stop it. Knock it off.
Yeah. So I'm very curious about that. Like, why is Steve Trevor in it? Yo?
But the thing is, why do you do? Because I am confused.
They said that you'll get a sense of what she's been doing.
Right.
So that
you mean in the previous movie, the prequel to this sequel? What are you talking about? Why do you make things complicated for no fucking reason? Wonder Woman 1984, Wonder Woman 2019, or whatever the fuck the next one's called.
Maybe they go back to like 1950. After 84.
No.
Because why the fuck not?
No. If they go back previous to 1984 in the third movie, I ain't seeing it. Fuck you, dude. Just go in order. Stop it. Stop it. God damn it. Stop making everything so it's not a sequel. I mean, it comes after, and the events in the other one matter, but it's not a sequel. Oh, really? Then what's a sequel then? What's a sequel? What do you think a sequel is?
Oh, man.
What are you confusing your fans? They just want a good movie. Why are you making the shit harder? Everyone was like, huh? Yeah, you're just making shit harder. Yeah, I get it. You're an artist. Stop being a dickhead. just being a dickhead. Like, it's just annoying, yo. Just make your goddamn movies. Just make your movies.
When does this come out? This year, right?
Who cares? 1984? I don't know. You gotta travel back in time to see the fucking movie in theaters. Ridiculous. The biggest news of the week. I'm so happy about this. Disney rehires James Gunn to helm Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I thought maybe this was going to happen, and then I gave up all hope because I just didn't hear anything else. But we had talked about this on the show, that maybe they were waiting until after the deal with Fox was done because they didn't want to fuck this up.
Yeah. And the ink wasn't even dry.
Yeah. The fucking press release from Fox, they were like, James Gunn is retired. Bang. So, yeah, James Gunn is coming back. That's a good thing because I think he is the right voice for the Guardians of the Galaxy. That being said, man, does it have to really suck to be all those trolls that really thought you got that victory and none of that shit mattered at the end. And not only did it not matter at the end, that motherfucker got 2 movies out of it.
Yeah, more work. He won.
Yeah, he super won.
Yo, goddamn. It's really good to be white.
He got a polka dot man movie off the shelf. That's how good it is to be a rich white guy in America. He got a polka dot man movie, and nothing happened to him. He was like, "I'm sorry," and they were like, "Cool. Do you want to make millions of dollars?" Yes. Cool. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they did the right thing. And apparently, the rumor in the scuttlebutt is that this was done months ago.
Right. They had come on, yo. You can't have some what's Taika Waititi everybody was thinking possibly.
Yeah. Well, he had come out a couple of months ago too, or a month or two ago.
I'll do it.
Well, no, he had said that he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, he said nobody said they would do it. Nobody, well, we're still thinking about using his script, but we haven't quite found a director yet. But and I think what kind of threw everybody is when he signed on to do Suicide Squad.
That's when I thought it was.
Yeah, when he signed on to do Suicide Squad, he's like, all right, well, this is finally over. But yeah, look, this is good. While I prefer the first Guardians over the second Guardians.
Yeah, me too.
It's good that this guy can finish his vision of what this team is, because Guardians has a very unique feel to it. I'm rewatching all of the movies. I just finished Doctor Strange, so I'm up to Guardians 2. And those Guardian movies, they feel different than the other movies.
Oh, visually, they're incredible.
I mean, visually, yeah, but like, there's just something about them. Like, they feel like little mini Avengers movies, and yeah, man, good for him.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that Disney did the right thing.
Right. What's fascinating is I haven't heard anything, but anything directly from them, but like people like Mike Cernovich, who were the head of like all these trolls who were fighting to get Gunn fired. I haven't heard anything from them, which is kind of interesting.
Because they don't care.
No, but I would imagine they would care from the perspective of they lost the victory that they thought they had, right? Like I could see them being like, but he sent an email that it wasn't very nice. Like,
but I don't think.
Also, I think Mike Cernovich is a pedophile. I'm just saying. I do. That dude is obsessed with pedophilia. He's obsessed with it.
I don't think he cares, because that wasn't the goal, because he didn't really care. He didn't really give a fuck. Like you said, he's obsessed with pedophilia. He probably thought those jokes were fucking hilarious. It's probably the only reason he remembered that James Gunn said that shit, because he's obsessed with fucking children.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
But
don't ever go to his fucking page. It's fucking insanity.
But I don't think he really cared, because that wasn't the goal. The goal was just the goal of any troll was to fuck up somebody's day.
Yeah.
They don't really give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very good point.
Disney was probably like, look, we're not really firing you.
Yeah, look.
Well, I think they really did. I think Alan Horn really absolutely did.
I think they got dropped the ball, and
he fucked up.
And they were like, all right, look. Because
how long do you think after they let him go, they were like, that was stupid, and then they probably came to him like
a couple of weeks,
like maybe a month later, they were like,
the second I think they knew. I think they realized that, hey, you really fucked up. Now we got to think of something to kind of get this back. And then all of a sudden, James Gunn announces that he's got Suicide Squad 2, and it's like, all right, yo, like, what the fuck? We gotta lock this dude up. We gotta get this dude back.
Yeah, because here's the thing that a lot of people aren't talking about. It's not just Suicide, or it's not just Guardians 3. He was supposed to lead their whole idea of how to do the cosmic part of the fucking universe, which is all of the future of that shit. You need him there.
Because that's Fantastic Four, folks. Like, that's
right. Like, that is all of that shit, and that's the Eternals and all that other.
Yeah.
Like, you need him there, not to direct those movies, but you need him there as a voice to be like, all right, now I've set up all this shit in Guardians. Here's how we bring these guys in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's supposed to not be Feige's replacement by any means, but he is supposed to be one of the big consultants of that universe. You are not going to lose him. Like, that is not going to be a thing. So for him to come back, it's a big deal. It's a super big deal. And what it also shows, by the way, is Disney's ability to realize that they made a mistake. Because that's not Disney of old. Disney would just be like, no, just double down and just keep fucking up. And even though it's clear that you've made a mistake, them going back and picking him up is a smart move. I think so. But like Micah said, I mean, the rumor is that he's been picked up for a couple of months. They were just waiting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, considering it was right-wing trolls, the last thing you want to do is to have them flip out, Trump hear about it, he reacts and tries to spike the entire deal. Because, do a government intervention and spike the entire deal between Fox and Disney. So, because Gunn was a vocal fuck Trump kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he still is. So yeah, he got his movie back, he got his team back, and he gets to make another one. Yo, how mad is fucking Warner Brothers? They're like, God damn it, we had Gunn, right. And you're gonna get him for one movie. That's it. Which, by the way, Suicide Squad, or The Suicide Squad, is also a reboot. The DCEU is dead. It is completely dead.
Is Aquaman like the restart of it?
I don't think it's a restart. I don't see those movies coming together anytime soon. I don't think you're going to get a crossover.
You know what? You don't need a crossover. Just make good movies. That's what you need to do first.
Yeah, just get that shit down.
Just make good movies. Don't worry about all these crossovers. Like, Aquaman made a lot of money.
Yeah, $1 billion.
Yeah, go ahead and just make some good movies first. Make some crowd-pleasing movies.
Yeah, you need to do that. I mean,
worry about crossovers.
The talk is that Matt Reeves, the Batman, is filming at the end of the year. So I don't think that's going to be connected to anything. I think it's just going to be his own thing.
And that Joker movie is coming out.
What's that? That
Joker movie is coming out, right?
Yeah, that's later this year, I think.
Does that take place in 1984?
Takes place in the 80s.
Maybe that's where Wonder Woman comes in.
I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't think they know. I don't think anyone knows.
I don't think they know.
All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD?
Do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look, if you are listening to the show,
I mean, because now is where we usually plug the premium stuff.
Yeah. So if you're listening to the show and you are a new sign up, I guess I should say, I don't think I should say, well, this is for the entire movie?
Yeah, it's for the movie.
All right. If you're a new sign up and you sign up after listening to this, so Friday the March 22nd, the first person to sign up for a year, the $50 a year sign up, you will get, and just sign up. I'll see you and just message us and let us know. You will get the digital copy of Into the Spider-Verse. Full movie. All right. We have an extra digital copy. We will send you that code. You can get your Spider-Man on, but it has to be for an entire year, a brand new sign up. All right. So there you go.
There you go.
It's a pretty good deal.
You're welcome.
All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD? Micah, take it away.
The Sperminator has 26 kids.
Pardon me?
Many fathered in Target bathrooms. What the fuck? This Father's Day, he's still the most in-demand dad in town. A year after the Post revealed that CUNY math professor Ari Nagel had fathered 23 kids, some conceived the old-fashioned way, others involving sperm handoffs at public spots, such as the Atlantic Center Target in downtown New York. What is your problem?
Why don't you could go to a private place. Why are you going to a Target? That's fucking weird. I'm trying to get some of that jizz. All right, yeah, I'll meet you at the Target. I'm good, actually.
Nagel, 41, has donated his super sperm to even more women, resulting in 4 kids born last Father's Day, and 8 other ladies from Florida to Maryland to the Bronx are currently pregnant because of him.
Wow, this guy does have super sperm.
The fact that wannabe moms over the globe have reached out to Nagel after seeing his story in the Post, he's had inquiries from Turkey, Nigeria, South Africa, China. He's the white version of Anthony Mackie's character in She Hate Me.
Yeah, he's just busting nuts and breaking hearts. Mostly just busting nuts.
This fake ass broke Seth Meyers dad dude is not like, no, yo, like, no. This guy is not like, what makes this guy special other than the fact that he's got a bunch of people pregnant?
He's got super jizz.
Would you do this? A lot of the women.
Would I do this? Would I take his jizz? No.
Would you donate your jizz to a bunch of people? Like, nah.
Nah, you gonna try to come for me later.
I was about to say, I ain't trying to get hit with all that fucking child support, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Nah, they gonna hit your ass up when you like 50, like bah bah bah. It's like an Uno. It's like draw four. No, yo, absolutely not.
Yo, this is terrible, yo. I'm sorry. I can't. Look, I understand sperm donation is a thing and all that, but
yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, but don't be a dickhead about it. Like, you don't need to sire 50 kids, man.
I'm looking at the video. Have you looked at the video?
No.
There's a lot of black women in this video.
Well, no, look, like, honestly,
like all of them in this video was.
Honestly, I think that speaks more about us as black men than it does about black women, because black men ain't shit apparently. So they got to get Seth Meyers to come in and
stop calling that man Seth Meyers. Yo, that's fucked up.
And do jizz handoffs at a bathroom at a Target.
Like, this guy is not a handsome guy.
No, he's not. He really isn't.
What does this guy do? Is he a pizza delivery guy or something?
He's just a math professor. You didn't hear that part?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's playing the odds.
Yo, he got a lot of zebra kids running around.
Yeah. Hey, that's
Ari Nagel.
Dropping loads. Yeah, this is weird. There was a movie I saw a number of years ago. It's based on a true story of a guy who was like just donating sperm, and he ended up siring like 100 kids, and then they all found out, and they're like, "Oh, we're all brothers and sisters." Like, and then we all want to meet him. Like, no, I don't want to meet any of you. That's insane.
No, I wouldn't even contemplate doing this shit. Anyone who would is fucking foolish, man.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
This is crazy. Like,
DNA test proves retired postman has over 1,300 illegitimate children.
1,300?
Oh, I don't think this story is real.
No. Yeah, that can't be real.
No, but there is a guy. There was a guy who had like maybe this is it. One sperm donor, 150 sons and daughters.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Today, there are 150 children, all conceived with sperm from one donor in this group of half-siblings, and there are more on the way. It's wild when you see us all together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the inspiration for that movie.
What was that movie called?
Oh, I forget. I think it was starring... what's that? Oh, I can't remember.
Because I feel like I know the movie, but I don't think I saw it.
Yeah. So, all right, Terrence, you're up. No more talk from the Sperminator.
Venomous hot chili sauce, which mimics spider bite, will give you muscle spasms.
You trying this?
Scientific Steve's Venom chili sauce is for the more masochistic spice lover. No, I'm not trying anything that will give me muscle spasms.
What is the point of this?
White.
For people like you who will try anything.
I really am not going to try something that I know will physically hurt me. That doesn't make any sense. Like if someone said, "Wow, this is really hot," I'd be like, "All right."
Some really hot sauce. Like, well, I regretted it.
Yeah, no,
like,
definitely.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why?
This is gonna give you muscle spasms. You know what? I'm good actually.
I'm fine. I don't like this picture.
I'm not taking nothing from a guy with a ponytail that goes halfway down his back. Nope, not doing it.
Do you find a Naga Viper barely even tickles your taste buds? Does a Carolina Reaper basically leave you cold? As for jalapenos, do you in fact eat these to cool down? If you're the sort of person with a ridiculously high spice tolerance, then there's a new chili sauce which offers a different sort of challenge. This new hot sauce has been developed so it mimics the bite of a venomous spider. Specifically those of the Trinidad Chevron tarantula's fangs, which leave victims with muscle spasms and burning pain. Because why the fuck would you do that? Because what meal is complete without a dose of that?
No. I'm not doing any of this. This is a bad move. No, I'm not trying this. However,
Venom tech.
However, to my enemies, I would sprinkle this on their food and not tell them. Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, Chipotle, and it's like,
Something tells me
that's so fucked up.
Yo,
I got a couple people at work I don't really like.
Something tells me that this guy is a Venom character fan. Like he's a Venom comic book character fan.
Oh, he loves it.
This is what a Venom fan does with their spare time.
Yeah, no, this is why that movie made $800
fucking poison people.
Yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Get out of here.
Nope. This story is...
I saw this.
Yeah. The funny thing about this story is someone sent me this story earlier this week and they were like, this looks like some bullshit you guys would read on your show. And I was like, sadly it does. There you go. Woman injects fruit juice...
What the
fuck? Hold. Woman injects fruit juice directly into her bloodstream, suffers multiple organ damage. Really? A Chinese woman... That's what we forgot to do this week. We added the new segment or new part to this to guess the country.
Guess the country.
Okay. So this one, Chinese woman obsessed with unconventional health treatments can consider herself lucky to be alive after she injected the juice of 20 types of fruit directly into her bloodstream. On February 22nd, a woman named Zheng made juice from 20 different fruits. But instead of drinking it, she decided to inject it into her veins using a drip. It wasn't long before she started experiencing worrying symptoms like itchiness, rising blood pressure, but she simply ignored them. Oh, that was smart. Luckily, the woman's husband noticed her discomfort, and as soon as he learned that she was having the bizarre fruit juice infusion, he took her to the hospital. Upon hearing what Zheng had done to herself, doctors at the hospital at a place in China immediately transferred her to the affiliated hospital at a university where she was admitted for intensive care. She was diagnosed with severe infection, damage to her liver, kidneys, heart, and doctors feared that she might die of multiple organ failure and sepsis. They had to put her on dialysis to clean out her blood, injected her with clotting agents, and gave her antibiotics. But none of that really matters because at least she got to drink fruit juice.
She injected green juice into her bloodstream.
We're getting dumber as a human society. Like we are. You think that you can just inject? Like, I like steak. I don't think and I think steak has benefits, sure, like good iron and stuff like that. I don't take a steak, roll it up and shove it up my ass.
It's like, you need protein, but you don't take the protein by a needle filled with steak.
Yeah.
Yo, a steak juice. Or whatever the fuck kind of nonsense. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Roux.
I don't feel so good. I guess I'll cut my arm off now.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Yeah, China's a wacky place.
Just drink it. Okay?
Yeah, it doesn't take that long.
Fresh fruits were nutritious. I didn't know it was going to harm
Don't
me.
ever show me that again, by the way.
I'll show you when the show is over.
Yeah, that makes me mad. Yeah, you know what? All right. Trailers this week. John Wick 3, Parabellum. This is the newest trailer. Look, I wasn't impressed with John Wick 2, so I'm hoping John Wick 3 is more of a return to form to John Wick 1.
I didn't see John Wick 2. I will watch it before John Wick 3 because I feel like I need to know the middle chapter of John Wick, of the John Wick trilogy.
He kills a lot of people.
He's got a bulletproof suit.
My only concern with this is, you know, John Wick was kind of quick and dirty and, you know, like a cheaply, not cheaply made, but like a certain type of action film. And now I see that, you know, a bunch of Lawrence Fishburne and Halle Berry and I forget
Mark
the guy.
Dacascos.
Yes.
Yeah.
that powerhouse.
Like at this point.
Like I see a bunch of named actors in this now, and I just don't want it to lose its je ne sais quoi, right? Like I guess maybe I'm like one of those people who like a band when they're indie, and now that they've made it big, like no, I like their earlier stuff. Yeah, but
I hate it when everyone found out about them.
But that's kind of that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. But
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it. You know.
Yeah, it looks like it's becoming more like Michael Bay-ish.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's just bombastic as fuck now. Like just chaos on screen.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, as long as it looks cool, I'm
It looks dope, but like that world that they built was kind of cool, and it just seems like they're kind of like, fuck all that.
It's just a
Just go.
It's just going to action sequence after action sequence.
There's a bunch of assassins just all over the place.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot with swords on
much
bikes.
for secrecy.
Right. Like, a secret ass hotel. Like, nah, there ain't nothing secret about about Keanu Reeves with a gun in one hand and a katana in the other, on top of a horse, taking out motorcycle riders. You know, like that's
You saw nothing.
secrets out.
Yeah, I guess. It's like, yeah, you're not doing a really good job here. Stranger Things season 3 trailer. It looks good. I mean, it looks like Stranger Things.
Looks like Stranger Things, man.
I'm all in. I really like that series. Last but certainly not least, this is the trailer for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Terrence, you enjoyed this trailer?
I did. I don't know what the fuck the movie's about.
The movie is about the Manson murders.
Yeah.
What the fuck does Bruce Lee have to do with the Manson murders?
It all happened in Hollywood.
All this stuff happened in Hollywood. So what I'm guessing is that the movie will follow Leonardo DiCaprio's character, washed up actor, and his stunt double, and it takes place in a world where Charlie Manson and the Manson family are there. And they might interact with them. You know what I mean? Like a weird Tarantino history. You know what I mean? Like how in Inglourious Bastards, Hitler died in a movie theater.
Right.
But, you know, he pussed out and killed himself in like a bunker or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
With Ava Braun or whatever. But this looks good though, man. Mike Mall, the guy that's playing Bruce Lee. I mean... Look, come on, yo.
He's a standout in the trailer. He really is.
He really is.
His impression is that good.
Margot Robbie is Sharon Tate.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Is she supposed to be playing Sharon Tate?
Yeah, and she looks just like her.
I feel like Margot Robbie should only be in movies that take place in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
she just has that look.
Yeah, she's got that.
Or the 80s, actually. So.
She's got that Steve Ditko pinup look.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
she's beautiful.
Yeah,
she just is. Yeah, I think that looks really good. I'm excited for it. It's a Tarantino film. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I will be a Tarantino fan until the end of days. Sorry. He can say nigger as many times as he wanted the script. Look, people get mad. I'm like, it was slavery times in the last movie. Sorry, people said it a lot. It's the Tarantino film. That shit was dope.
Crazy.
What's that?
This is wild. Like this movie.
That Bruce Lee impression is nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts. Look, if he can pull it off and he can do the fight scenes, there's your Shang-Chi right there.
Yeah.
Why not? Because who is Shang-Chi anyway? He's just Bruce Lee in the Marvel Universe, dude.
Yeah.
He just is.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's fine.
So who's playing Charlie Manson?
So look at the cast. The cast is outrageous.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
They got the whole goddamn family in there.
Oh yeah, everybody is featured. I don't know who's playing Charles Manson though.
I forgot the guy's name. Here we are. Cast for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Dakota Fanning is in it. She's
Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt,
Al Pacino's in it.
Dakota Fanning, Al Pacino, Tim Roth, Emil Hirsch, and Damian Lewis. What the fuck? Yo, come on.
Luke Perry's final.
Scoot McNairy.
Russell.
Lena Dunham. I hope she gets murdered early.
Oh, she's in it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh, she's a member of the Manson family. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Damien Harriman is Charles Manson. Yeah, now this cast is nuts.
Yeah.
Because Quentin Tarantino is a really good director. That's why.
Rumor Willis is in it. The woman who looks exactly like her father.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, she did not. She did not win in the. No, she really didn't.
I mean, look, they say boys look like their mothers and girls look like their fathers, and this is it.
Yo, she looks.
Truth and
it's like,
practice.
wow, Bruce Willis is a woman. That's weird. Like, it's fucking
like
weird.
It looks photoshopped.
Yeah, her face is weird, man. She's got a tiny nose too. It's fucking strange.
Small nose and that very large bottom area.
Yeah,
jaw. Yeah, she's her father. She's her father's daughter.
Yep. But yeah, it's a ton of people. And then, Tim Roth is in it, Kurt Russell, Michael Madsen, James Marsden.
So all of the fucking
James Remar.
Jesus Christ.
I like that they're doing this now that Charles Manson is dead.
Even Harley Quinn Smith is in it.
So, all right. I think that is it for us. It is a very late night here. Yes. So, on that note, we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.